Hi guys, it's me, Skylar Capri, and today we're doing part 2 of all the scents returning for the Bath & Body Works Summer Semi-Annual Sale for 2025, also known as the Summer SAS. So this is going to be part 2. You don't need to watch them in any particular order. However, there were so many scents coming back that I really wanted to do a more detailed video that wasn't an hour long, so I split it up into 2 parts. The link to the first part of this video will be in the description box down below, which you can watch after you watch this one. But if you're returning, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. We do all things Bath & Body Works on my channel, especially project use it ups, spoilers, predictions, hauls, anything to do with Bath & Body Works body care. You can find it here on my channel. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get into this very exciting part 2. As I mentioned in part 1, all of this information is sourced from Life Inside the Page at blogspot.com. Tess is a wonderful Bath & Body Works blogger. I often use her blog as sort of what's all coming, being in the know about sales. It is a one-stop shop for anything Bath & Body Works, and as always, I'll have a direct link to the posts which I use to source the information in this video in the description box down below. But our first fragrance that we are going to be getting into is Fall in Bloom. So the Fall in Bloom packaging, I'm putting it up on the screen, is not the most recent packaging, but I do think it's the most iconic and the most famous, the most recognizable. Fall in Bloom was actually last released in 2023 as part of a fall faceted collection. If you remember that collection, it included Fall in Bloom, Leaves, Black Cherry Merlot, and I want to say another one, maybe Dahlia. Bath & Body Works, if you're watching this, please bring back Leaves and Black Cherry Merlot for fall body care. Those were elite, 2 of my favorite fragrances and so iconic for the fall time. But Fall in Bloom is said to be a dupe for Burberry Her, and this one has notes of Juicy Plum, Wild Bloom, and Velvet Moss. Now, me personally, I have never owned this fragrance. I remember smelling it in stores when I went for the Fall 23 with the Faceted collection, and I liked Leaves and Black Cherry Merlot a lot more than I liked Fall in Bloom. So this isn't exactly a scent that I am very excited about or running out to get because I don't remember it being one of my favorites. However, I know there's a lot of people that absolutely love this fragrance, so this is going to be very exciting for you to be able to get your hands on. Now, the next fragrance, I was honestly shocked to see this on the list because this really came out one time and then it disappeared and never came back. It is a Forever Red flanker fragrance, so Forever Red Vanilla Rum. If you're unsure what it means when people say flanker fragrance or what on earth does that mean, basically it means that there's an original fragrance and then they came out with fragrances heavily based on the original with just a little bit of an alternative. So Forever Red would be the original fragrance and then Forever Red Vanilla Rum would be a flanker to Forever Red, if that makes sense. But this one was a single time holiday release. I want to say this one came out in 2013. I have extremely limited information on this one, largely because it really just came out once and then we never saw it again. So there's not a lot of information I could pull from, unfortunately. However, I have owned Forever Red. I actually currently own it in the Fine Fragrance Mist. And if I remember this one correctly, which is taking me back like 12 years ago, I want to say you can very much still smell the Forever Red base notes, but it has like a spicy vanilla fragrance, almost like Forever Red times Vanilla Romance is what I'm thinking in my brain. So if you own this one or you've had this one before, make sure to leave it in the comments down below, your review, your feelings about this, because it was so hard to find information about this, let alone packaging. So if you have owned this one before, please leave a comment down below for people who might be interested in this. I really enjoy Forever Red. I think it's a great fragrance. Perfect for the fall and winter, colder months. Definitely a sexier, more mature fragrance. I know Bath & Body Works can sometimes get a little bit younger with some of their fragrances, and when you're looking for something super deep and mature, it might be hard to find. This is going to be one of those wonderful, deep, mature scents, similar to the Dark Kiss, similar to Into the Night. If you're into that type of vibe of fragrance, you will love this. The next fragrance we have is Into the Wild, and they are pulling such old scents that a lot of these don't even have the scent notes attached to the packaging. If you guys remember that time years ago where Bath & Body Works bottle styles were different, there wasn't even really a Bath & Body Works logo on the majority of their packaging. This is where they are pulling a lot of their fragrances for the SAS, which I am thrilled about. But Into the Wild was released, I want to say 2011, and was discontinued prior to 2016. Again, Again, these dates are very loose because I really can't find solid information, but I want to say that's an accurate kind of guesstimate. This one was largely described as more of like an oriental floral fragrance. It was an exotic blend of fruit, flowers, and woody notes, like kind of a spicy nectarine, I want to say. A lot of people really enjoy this fragrance. We haven't seen it back in forever, so I don't even remember this one, but love the packaging, love the original bottle style, so nostalgic. If Bath & Body Works wants to come back out with the original bottle style, would not be mad about it at all, but excited to get in stores and smell this one. The next fragrance I have, now I was a huge fan of this. I own this in the full-size fine fragrance mist. I had a whole mini trio of this. It came in like a Bath & Body Works, like a traveling cosmetics bag or something like that. This one was delicious. I want to say it was released around Valentine's Day, and I haven't told you the fragrance yet, so you don't know what I'm talking about, but it is no other than Velvet Sugar. Velvet Sugar is so good. One of my top 5 Bath & Body Works fragrances. I mean, it is iconic. The packaging, the storytelling, just everything about this, the branding. I just really enjoyed this fragrance. This one was launched in 2013, and it was available up to 2020 as a part of their online retired fragrances tab. Can we just take a moment of silence for people that remember that retired fragrances tab? Basically, if you don't remember what it was, you could go online, and even though the fragrance wouldn't be available in stores, you could shop your old favorites. So they had things like white tea and ginger, they had Velvet Sugar, they had black raspberry vanilla. I mean, really iconic older fragrances you could always find available. Was it Cozy Cashmere's? Cashmere Light, Cashmere Glow was on there, but it was wonderful. I loved it. I don't know why they ever got rid of it, probably because it was difficult to keep up with demand and then the products, and I'm sure there's a good reason as to why they got rid of it from a logistics and a financial point of view, but that was so fun. I would love for them to bring it back just for like little snippets of the year so I could get in and order my old favorites. As always, I will always be hunting down my black raspberry vanilla, one of the best fragrances of all time. But Velvet Sugar had notes of red velvet cream, golden plum, sugared musk, pink jasmine, and wild strawberry. A lot in this fragrance. It is a very sweet, sugary, almost frosting-like fragrance without the I want to say artificial frosting notes of pumpkin cupcake. It is sweet, it is delicious, it is fruity, and it's very light. Really love this one. Highly recommend. If you've never tried this out, you have to at least go in stores to smell this one. Now, I do have 2 more fragrances to talk about, one more exciting than the other, so we'll save the more exciting one for last. But the first fragrance that I have that I saw on Tessa's blog was called Cotton Candy Boardwalk. Now, immediately I was like, this is a mashup of 2 that we've already had before, Boardwalk Taffy and Cotton Candy Clouds, which are actually the same fragrance. Now, this fragrance has notes of spun sugar, pink berries, and whipped vanilla, and I talked about this a couple of times because I just finished using up a full-size shower gel and cream. This is not a cotton candy fragrance. It's berries with vanilla and musk. There is no cotton candy, artificial cotton candy, super sweet, sugary candy, like open a bag of cotton candy at the fair cotton candy. This is a berry musk scent. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. It's not exciting. So I don't know why this is coming out. I don't know if this is an entirely new scent. I don't know if it's going to be like a berry waffle cone X Cotton Candy Clouds to create this new fragrance. I have no idea. We'll have to stay tuned, but I did recently film kind of a summer collection drop with, what was it, Cotton Candy Clouds, Bubblegum Pop, and then 2 others where I talked about Cotton Candy Clouds. If you'd like to go a bit more in depth on my thoughts, y'all have that video somewhere around here. But the last fragrance that we have, and one that I have no idea what this could be, is called Chocolate Amber. Are we finally getting a chocolate fragrance? I don't know. So this was the scent that was listed on Tessa's blog. No information, no scent notes, really no idea as to what this is going to be. And the only other chocolate fragrances I could come up with from Bath & Body Works, at least the ones that were available in body care, I didn't kind of dig through all of the pocket bags, were chocolate covered cherry and hot cocoa and cream. Chocolate Amber to me kind of rules out that chocolate covered cherry fragrance because the cherry note, obviously there's something fruity, and there's nothing fruity at all in Chocolate Amber. Now, the one that I think it could possibly be could be hot cocoa and cream. Maybe they get rid of the marshmallow, almost like frothy milk note in that fragrance and replace it with amber to create this new Chocolate Amber. I have no idea, but I think it's very exciting nonetheless. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you're excited for. What are other things you're hoping to see? Are you already budgeting for SAS? As always, let me know down below. I love talking with you guys in the comments, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.